Today is for the dogs. We're making dog food. So we're making dog food because my white dog is very, very picky and does not like kibble. So we have to drench it in something that she deems worthy of her eating. We used to buy store-bought canned dog food, so it was something yummy to put over their kibble, but that was very expensive, so I decided to start cooking myself. And although it is very time-consuming, my dogs actually eat their food now. Now, I'm not going to be sharing any recipes with you because this is just something I put together after watching a few videos on YouTube of what other people feed their dogs. Now, I'm making a disclaimer right here and right now that I am not a veterinarian, I am not a nutritionist, I'm not a pet nutritionist. I am just a simple girl trying to get my dogs to eat their food. They are like toddlers, and I'm trying to just feed them the same thing all the time, something I know they'll eat, and something I know that's nutritious. So this dog food is going to have multiple sources of protein, and then it's also going to have vegetables, and a lot of vegetables that have a lot of vitamins in them. And they need carbs, so that is what the rice is for. I have to tell you that I was completely grossed out by these hearts and these gizzards because you can actually see the veining in the heart, and the gizzards are just, disgusting. But my dogs love them, so. So you can just boil all this stuff in a big pot, but I was just going to use my crock pot because I didn't really want to work on it too hard all day long. But I still did work on it too hard all day long. So you just fill up your water to the top and just cook it till the meat starts falling off the bones. I am using some ground turkey, and my dogs also very much love ground beef. So next time I might just add the ground beef instead of the turkey. I know that ground beef is a lot more fat, but they seem to really love it. And they're really young dogs and very active, so I think they can handle it. What's not dog food without vegetables? Isn't that what you're thinking? I first made sure my dogs would eat these vegetables, but before even that, I made sure they were safe for my dog. So there's a lot of vegetables and fruits out there that you should not feed your dogs, and you should fully research that before you decide to feed your dog anything besides the kibble that you normally get in the stores, which turns out not to be the best for them either, but that's a whole nother program. Now, I am cutting these down to actually shred them more, so they're more digestible for dogs. And so I'm going to use an actual food processor for those things. So for a few minutes here, we are just going to do that. Our turkey is just about done. When it is completely brown, we are going to cook our veggies. And look how beautiful this looks. So we need to cook these veggies till the carrots are soft because the dogs don't really like raw carrots. The chicken is done, and so we are going to tear apart the chicken and remove the gizzards and hearts from here because we are actually going to blend those up so they are not rubbery. The hearts are still disgusting to me because you can still see the holes where the arteries were. Now, if you keep cooking these bones and add some apple cider vinegar to get all the really good nutrients out of the bones, and cook for a long time, and I cook it until I'm sick of cooking it. Some people cook it overnight, but I am not that into it, so I do not. Does your mind ever think at 1,000,000 miles an hour and then you're not even thinking about what you're doing at the moment? This happens to me a lot. I think it's actually quite funny. I get a little frustrated though when I'm doing it at the moment, but to watch it, it's kind of funny. That is exactly why I left this in the clip. I'm okay with making fun of myself. Sometimes I'm freaking hilarious. I think one of the hardest things about this is actually stirring everything together and finding a pan or pot big enough to stir everything in. Also, I'm going to add some more rice for more bulk because I think it has a lot of meat in it and I just need a little bit more carbs. I will also be adding some bone broth from the water that we cooked the chicken in. And it's really good for the dogs. It's got a lot of nutrition in it. Also, just so you know, I do not add any salt to any of this food. I know dogs can have some salt, but I'm not sure how much, so I'm not going to add any. And we still give them kibble, so I'm assuming that they're going to get enough with their kibble and what we have here. And then I'm just going to mix, mix, mix. Yes, I am adding raw eggs to this mixture, but don't worry, the mixture is still warm and it will cook through, and it will not be raw for the dogs. One cup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days. This is for tonight. Okay, so this is how I feed it to my dogs. It's been refrigerated, so I'm going to microwave it for 1 minute, 30 seconds. I've noticed my dogs don't really love cold dog food, so I will heat it up for them. I know. Now I will give them some kibble. Stella gets less because she usually eats around her kibble, and I don't want to waste it. But I still give it to her because I know it'll get inside her somehow. And then I just put this mixture right on top and stir it in. Okay, here you go. Is it yummy? I think they're a little camera shy because I never film them while they're eating, unless they're doing something adorable. But eating is not one of those things. But I wanted to make sure they liked it, and Stella likes it. Now let's see if Stevie will like it. I definitely think he's thinking I'm a little weird because I am filming him and he can sense it.
What am I doing?
But don't worry, he loves it as well.
Did you eat it all?
Now my dogs do a funny thing here, is when they're both done, they have to check each other's bowls to make sure they're done, and they have to lick their bowl. I guess you could say they're kind of like humans, eating off each other's plates. Anyway, this is what we're probably having tonight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.